I hear voices, and I've heard voices for almost 20 years. And people say, well, it's coming from inside you. Absolutely not true. It is coming from somewhere out there. And I can finally prove it. I'm going to explain to you how I can prove it to you. This is something that I made that I use to block the voices and what they call a psychic attack. It has different materials that I've tested that make the voices go away. So, for example, if I hear a voice coming from here, I can hold this over here and the voices stop. Now, the reason why I can now prove it to other people is a couple different reasons. This is tin, it's like some sort of aluminum or tin from a baking pan. It vibrates when I put it in the direction that I feel the voice coming from. If I put my hand over here, I feel the tin vibrating. I don't feel the other materials vibrate, or the crumpled aluminum foil, or there's also I use aluminum screening because I read that it works, and it actually does. So that vibration is evidence that there's something out there. If I put it here, it vibrates. But if I put it, for example, here, and put your hand on it, the vibration goes away. Or if I move this out into nowhere, put my hand on it, the vibration goes away. So the other reason why is I went swimming and I said, if the voices are coming from something out there and I go under the water, the voices should go away. And I tested it and it worked. Going under the water blocked the voices. So I said, okay, I'm going to make a hat, which I did, that is designed to block voices. And I know you're going to say it looks stupid. I literally wear this all the time, even when I sleep. It vibrates because there's a metal plate over here. If I put my hand over here while I'm wearing it, my hand will start to vibrate. I can feel the vibration in the metal. If I remove this and just put it here and put my hand here, the vibration stops. The other reason why is because heat builds up. I know you're going to say, well, of course heat's building up. No, if I put my hand right here, there's no temperature change. But if I put my hand right here, which is in this area, I feel an immense amount of heat, and it's not a small amount of heat. It is a large amount of heat. It's like, where's this heat coming from? And why is it only in this part? I get headaches from right here. There's some sort of a device that's beaming energy. The reason why I discovered this, I put this on my lap. There's something called a psychic attack. It causes your parts of your body to vibrate, which I've determined to be muscle, because when it happens, I pinch the muscle and it stops. And the reason why I noticed it is because you just have to put it in the direction. So if it's coming from that way, I just have to go anywhere in that direction and it blocks it. And I happen to have had my hand on it. And I said, my hand is vibrating. This metal plate is vibrating. And then I tested it and moved it away and the vibration stopped. So finally, I can prove physically to people, obviously you have to be here. But this is a way, if you are a medical professional and someone tells you that they hear voices, this is how you can prove it is in fact coming from somewhere out there. It is a beam that comes from out in outer space. If I'm outside, I can literally pinpoint the direction because I know where it's hitting me, and I can go like this with my hand to find exactly where it's blocking it. And then you just draw a line from where it's hitting you to where you're blocking it, and that's the direction it comes from. In the morning, it comes from low on the horizon, and once it gets to the middle of the night, is it in the morning it's low on the horizon, in the middle of the night it comes from up above, and then at the end of the day it's low in the horizon again, which implies it's like, it's not a geostationary satellite, but it's like a satellite is basically what it is. It's like there's a satellite out there that's beaming a beam at me. So one thing that happens is I put the helmet on, and it literally blocks the voices. This has a lot of different materials in it, and it blocks dreams. That's the other great way. Everybody dreams. So what you do is you take a piece of metal. This is an example. This is an extra piece of metal, and the dream appears right here. You just put this right here and go to sleep. You won't have dreams. It'll block your dreams. Uh, the One of the materials that I use, and I'm actually using coins. That helmet has a bunch of coins going across on the front. They're not pennies. They're pesos. But over here, if you can see the circles, there are coins over here, and it stops me from having dreams. There's actually 2 layers. You do have to get it perfect, because obviously when you're lying down, this part of your forehead is still exposed. You have to cover it perfectly, but it does block or reduce dreams. I used to have nightmares every night for like 20 years. If you know people who hear voices, they'll tell you they have nightmares every night. That blocked it, and I sleep better every night now. So that's it. If you are a medical professional, or if you're a victim who hears voices and you need to prove it to someone, that's how you do it. Find uh, some sort of tin, flat tin like this. This is the bottom of a baking pan, and put it where you think. If you hear the voices right here, put it right there. Tell people to put their hand on it and ask them to see if they feel the vibration. And the heat experiment also, put something over here and ask them to check if there's more heat over here as compared to the other side. It should be equal. If there's more heat coming from one part of your body, that's evidence that there is something suspicious going on. The other thing is, I'm pretty sure if you wear the helmet, this is another proof, you put the helmet on, I start feeling heat over here above my right eye. If I block with my hand over my right eye, the heat will diminish. It's like, how could that possibly happen? It's happening because my hand is blocking whatever this energy beam is. The reason why your hand blocks it is because this energy beam is targeting bodily tissue, and your hand is made out of bodily tissue. So that's why when you're getting hit, wherever you're getting hit, your hand blocks it, because it hits the surface of the bodily tissue. And this changes the surface. So now it's hitting your hand, but hitting your hand doesn't cause you to hear voices or see images or any of that stuff. So that's how you prove it. Feel free to post in the comments about how I'm a crazy person, or about how stupid I sound. Before this experience, I would have said the same thing. I would have said, this is a crazy person, you're an idiot. But you know what? Times are different now. We're going to get to the point. There's a lot of people that hear voices, and we're going to get to the point where we're going to get to the bottom of this. Remember that the next time you hear about a UFO sighting, this shit is real.